What's happening?
Get ready for us. We're going live.
Bruh.
Fellas,
It's a chance of the 3.5.
Cheers,
Wanna know the deal. What's going on?
Look at that, man.
what's up?
It's a chance of the 3.5 to be a fly on the wall. At the barber shop or gym, in the bathroom stall. When he's on his way from hanging out or work.
Hello.
At the end of the day, do you ever just want to get into a huddle to listen, rebuttal, or just plain understand what's happening in the cave of a man? Yeah.
Speak on it.
3.5. Yeah.
All right.
Vaccination is the only way back to normal. 5-year-olds are now ending up in ICU in parts of America where the virus is high and jabs are low. But double-jabbed people are also going to hospital in countries with high vaccination. So what's ahead for us when we eventually open up? Can lockdowns work now to wrestle Delta under control, or will we have to vaccinate our way out of this situation?
Delta is definitely spiraling out of control worldwide. Relying on vaccines alone is not a panacea to stop Delta. Delta is twice as contagious. It's more contagious than smallpox. It's on the level of chickenpox in terms of contagiousness. We have seen the Delta variant surge in places even with 50% vaccinations, even with 60% vaccinations. And Iceland has over 75% fully vaccinated. And guess what? Iceland is still seeing a surge with the Delta variant. But what we should do, instead of choosing between lockdowns or reopening, is there's a good in between. There's a good in between with premium masks for all citizens in all places, avoiding indoor dining, which is always risky, and improving ventilation and air disinfection.
There's 4 people. You, especially when Cody's there, literally you could just drop in, say 1 or 2 things, and then Cody will take care of the rest of the episode.
Well, the funny thing is, this time dropping in saying a couple things was George, and last time dropping in saying a couple things was me. It was like, yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, cool.
Do you understand that though? When we've started doing this together, all 3 of us, we get the pace of doing it, and we start getting a flow. So when you get that 4th person, it's naturally one person is just gonna pull back a little bit.
The Lord helps those who helps themselves.
And you would think she would know that, being the biblical queen.
Yeah, just literally, like, the Lord helps those who help
themselves. Exactly. So
help yourself. Get up and do something. Or it's not gonna, like, I remember this one story about this guy that was drowning, right? So he's like, oh, I'm drowning. The Lord will save me. Please, Lord, save me. A guy comes by with a boat. He's like, no, I don't need you. The Lord will save me. Okay.
I remember hearing about that. Yeah.
Then a guy for yacht passes by. No, the Lord will save me. I'm trusting in the Lord. He'll send someone to save me. Okay. A boat passed by, like a cruise ship or something. He still says, no, the Lord will save. Then he drowns. And then when he gets up, they ask him, what happened, man? What was going on? He thought someone who said, he's like, man, I sent you 3 boats.
Yeah, you didn't catch the hint?
Come on. Exactly. It's just like, people just sit down and wait for it to happen. No, you got to get up and make it happen. Oh, I don't have a job. The Lord will send me a job. No, get up, go out and look for a job. It's not going to just reach at you, at your home. No.
Man, I'm like, Megan, you don't understand. You have like some beautiful good luck energy about you that like no one has. So you need to like book everyone appointments moving forward in this whole family.
Yeah,
whenever
man,
someone needs an appointment, you just need to book it for them.
I always think your wife has this energy that you feel like you almost want to tell her anything.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
she
man.
has
I remember when I
that.
came to the house, I was like, wait a minute, I'm about to give away state secrets over here. Hold up. Talking too much.
She has that vibe, man.
Because it's very chill. It's very chill. And you're like, oh, and then she'll ask you one question, and next thing you know, you're
You just
answering like
walking
5
away.
other questions that she didn't even ask. I'm like, wait a minute.
Wait a
Hold up.
minute. Hold.
Hold up. Hold the press.
Yeah, exactly.
Hold the press.
We can't be giving all that away.
No, not at all. We gotta keep something in. It's like, damn.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's it. That's that vibe that my
I'm
wife
like, because
got.
George has to live here. Shit.
Man, you got to be around her. You got
Yeah.
secrets.
Exactly.
Shit.
So, there's been a lot of times where I'm like raising my eyes at Darren.
Yeah.
Like, hey man, what are you about to say, man?
What are you about to say,
Let's
man?
just leave. Like, how about we just go?
Let's go hang out, man. Let's go downstairs, chill out, play some music or something.
I would recommend 5 to start teaching music because
Right.
anything before that, the attention span is like 10, 15 minutes.
Kaput.
It's-
I know that because of me. My mom put me on the guitar at 4,
It made no sense.
and it was just right. It was a little bit too early.
Sense.
No, because I just kept complaining about my fingers hurting. I kept looking all over the place while he was like, "Put your hand on the chord."
Yeah,
And
because
I was looking everywhere else.
your mind is not able to focus that long enough to grasp what is being told. Like I tried teaching at preschool. I was teaching 3-year-olds and 4-year-olds. So I just like, this is a sign. That's the name of the sign. Yes, good. End of lesson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it made no sense to do anything. I did 15 minutes. That's it.
Man, I wish that my mom had kept me on it though, man.
Yeah.
It's such a even the piano.
Yeah, because the thing is with parents is that a lot of parents they want the kids to do well, but when I try to explain to them, 3 is too young. 4
Yeah.
is too young. I could give them a little interview to check their motor skills, to check their attention span. If it's too short, I'll tell them, okay, come back within a year, 2 years maybe. But right now, no. But they want to shove everything in front of their face. Because they hear like in Asia, oh, this guy started playing at 2, he started playing at 3 years old. Yes, that's the gifted ones. The gifted people start at that age because their mind is tuned to it.
Yeah.
Like I watched a video of Corey Henry playing when he was like 6 or 7 in church. And he was like walking bass line in his left hand and chords in his right hand and just going at it. A 6-year-old. Come on.
I mean, some people are really dope like that. Not me.
If you're gifted, then yes, they're gifted. But some parents don't understand. Not every kid is like a prodigy. So if they don't get it at 2 years old or 3 years old, be patient.
Yeah.
5 years old might be the time. 6 years old might be the time. But yeah, the attention span is just not.
It's not focused. It's not it's just not sturdy enough.
It's not there. Because even for my son's attention span now is 10 seconds. Literally 10 seconds. He'll take his phone, he'll call me, hi Dada. Okay, cool, he smiles 10 seconds, whoop, YouTube. Camera goes off.
Done.
And that's it. If I call him back, he'll look at me and just end the call. Just like,
You're like, okay, good talking to you too.
I'm done with you. Yeah, that's all I get. 10 seconds.
So what I was getting back to is that he created this thing called Wine App. And
Why
basically
not?
you can go on the app and you start an account, you hook up your mobile number, and you get text messages to your phone, and it's like, today's special is XYZ wine bottles. This one is $10. This one's $5. Press 1 if you want it.
And they'll
you
deliver
press
it to
1,
you.
it delivers to your house, and your card automatically gets charged $10.
Wow.
It's
Jesus.
brilliant. So, but what's ended up happening, what I wanted to get to, is that there have been now people are seeing how super successful it is, and now
So there
people
are
are
more
creating
companies.
apps like
Yeah.
for liquor,
Mhm.
for beer. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's
So-
smart, man. That's smart.
Dude,
I've been having a hard time getting
Oh.
anybody to deliver liquor out here because it's like slightly in the suburbs, but it's still in the city limit.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Darren,
I can do something like that here. That's a very
Yeah.
good.
Jardé.
Yes.
Yeah, bro. You know, it's really funny. Darren and I were talking, Jardé,
Yeah.
and like, you know, Darren's been to my house, and he knows where I live. So I was asking, like, he knows how close I am to the city. I'm really not far. I'm like,
No, not at all.
technically, I'm only like 10 miles away from the city. I'm not like.
It's not
crazy
like you
far.
can take the Long Island Railroad.
I could take a ferry.
Yeah.
I could
that's
take
good
a
too.
25-minute ferry. It leaves me right in Lower Manhattan.
Yeah,
So
you
I
do
can
that.
get to Lower Manhattan in 30 minutes, door to door.
Nice.
I can.
It was great for his job.
in Midtown in 45 minutes.
Yep.
Yeah, it's great for my job. My job is in Lower Manhattan. So I was like trying to ask Darren. I was like, Darren, where do you live? Like compared to your city? He's like, well, kind of, sort of where you live. Like he's like,
Yeah.
I'm within
Yeah.
the city, but
Yeah.
Yeah. If you
I'm
live where I
still
live,
sort of,
can
you
look
know,
up.
I'm still in the suburbs a little bit.
Yeah, because everybody's like, well, are you in Atlanta? And I was like, no, I actually do live in Atlanta. But it's like
Proper.
this, yeah, proper, but it's like the suburban area of Atlanta. So it's like a lot of the, I don't know, happiness that people get from getting a certain like alcohol delivery. I don't get.
Yeah. You don't get.
I get the food delivery, I get the grocery delivery, but I don't get the alcohol delivery because
Yeah.
they equate a lot of these areas like this as being near maybe rough areas. And my neighborhood is nowhere near any rough neighborhood, but
They're just
crazy.
being safe, more or less. Yeah.
yeah, it's not in the city, which is so funny because if it was in closer to downtown, it would be a lower,
Darren, is your neighborhood being profiled by these apps?
Yeah, they're being profiled. It's being profiled,
up,
and
man.
the thing is, the average person in my neighborhood is probably about 50 or 60.
Wow.
Yeah, so they won't be robbing. Well,
Yeah,
well.
I mean, they could.
Take that back now.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
could, but no, it's been profiled on these apps because it's like this is not even near.
It's
You
not
know-
like near the ghetto or anything. So
No,
you can't
not
do
at
that.
all. It's not even near the ghetto at all. I mean, the closest ghetto to my house is probably like 8-minute drive.
Oh,
Mine's
driving.
like a half
Well,
mile
that's-
down the road.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
8-minute drive. I know exactly where it's on, and it's probably off of MLK. I mean, I think most of the ghettos are somewhere near
Off
MLK.
MLK.
Yeah, which is so sucky.
But it's just sucky because, but like you know, Darren, I'm sure you've done national tours. You've traveled all
Yeah.
over. Like every city you go to has an MLK.
Whenever we were on the
MLK
tour and
Boulevard.
and you looked at the map and it said it was near MLK, the hotel, you were like, oh,
Oh, you know that's not
be-
that means you can go one way, it's gonna be cool, and you can go the other way, it might be fine.
Right.
exactly.
That's literally my neighborhood. Like, it's like complete suburbia, like white picket fences, and then you go down one block, and it's like you did not want to turn down that block. My wife has, what's that criminal app? It's like it tells you like what things are happening in the neighborhood, in your surrounding neighborhood.
Chance do crime and corruption have when technology unites the forces of good.
It's called Citizen, and it alerts users to crimes and emergencies as they're unfolding, explains Leah Arts, the head of the company's newsroom.
So Citizen employs a team of highly trained dispatchers who are monitoring emergency and 911 communications around the clock.
It's just one of several new apps, Citizen Cop and Red Zone, that track and map crime.
Anywhere from shooting to sexual assaults to regular assaults to car thefts. And everything we have on there is verified. So we have a police report.
Ted Farnsworth came up with the concept behind the Red Zone app after dodging mortars in Israel.
That's how she knew I was coming close to the house. She was like, I think Darren's near because
No,
my app is going
stop
off.
it. Stop. My wife's totally not like that.
No, it's like
opposite.
no. His wife is cool. No, she's. But it's funny though. Leaving George's house when he was taking me to a gig, because I stayed over there. He took me to a gig. It's like where they are. They were eating like caviar and everything when we left George's house area. But then we rode around the neighborhood, and then all of a sudden you saw Wu-Tang.
Yeah, it was, yo. It was like, yo, my area is spotty. And people are like, oh, your area is so beautiful. I'm like, yeah, my area is beautiful. But if you literally go a half a mile down the wrong way, you're not in a good place.
And they had caviar too, but they were eating it with like Doritos and shit.
You know what it is? It's like, so my area, you know, it's by the bay. It's by the water. And the area in Staten Island where I live is like that area off the ship is like it's the projects. That's where the projects are in Staten Island. It's right when you get off the ferry. So, and I live right by the water. So it's like, yeah, some areas so nice. It's like, oh my God, people see my house. They're like, oh, it's a corner house. Like it's on a hill. It looks all pretty. But then you go down that same avenue. And if you keep going down that hill, it's like, it's a little darker and darker down that hill.
3.5.
The Gents of 3.5.
Well, all right.
All right.